So you used to be a supporter of Elon Musk's vision. What happened? What changed your mind?
Liberal actress and activist Alyssa Milano getting a bit of a history lesson after she thought she pulled one over on new Twitter CEO Elon Musk.
Alyssa Milano just proved that money doesn't buy common sense. In an attempt to lecture Elon Musk on morality, she made a move that backfired spectacularly. Milano decided to trade in her Tesla for a Volkswagen after Musk's takeover of Twitter, claiming it didn't sit right with her. She tweeted, "I gave back my Tesla, I bought a Volkswagen electric vehicle, I love it," and then launched into a tirade about hate speech and white supremacy on the platform. But here's the kicker.
For a Volkswagen electric, adding, "I'm not sure how advertisers can buy space on Twitter. Publicly traded companies' products being pushed in alignment with hate and white supremacy doesn't seem to be a winning business model."
The internet was quick to point out the irony. Milano's statement against hate led her to endorse a brand founded under Nazi Germany. Volkswagen was established by the German Labor Front, a Nazi organization, and even used forced labor during World War II. It seems Milano skipped this crucial history lesson in her rush to appear woke. Her attempt at a moral high ground turned into a total history fail. Memes flooded social media, and users mocked her lack of research. Some even shared vintage
Volkswagen's dicey past, more than one sharing that the company started out as a state-owned enterprise in Nazi Germany. Musk's response, well, he responded with the crying, laughing emoji.
Ads featuring Hitler, amplifying the backlash. Meanwhile, Elon Musk didn't need to fire back directly. Instead, he responded with a simple crying, laughing emoji, proof that sometimes less is more. To top it off, conservative commentators like the Hodge twins joined the conversation, delivering sharp critiques that added fuel to the fire. Milano's attempt to make a statement not only missed the mark, but also highlighted the importance of thinking before tweeting. Instead of shaming Musk, she ended up facing the internet's full wrath. Ouch.
All right, so we responded. Volkswagen was literally founded by Nazis and Hitler.
How do you not know that?
1937, the Nazi government founded Volkswagen.
One hit hard. You'd think Alyssa Milano would backtrack after the backlash, right? Nope. Instead, she doubled down, taking her crusade to The View. It was, to put it lightly, a disaster. Milano went on a rant about billionaires, particularly Elon Musk, declaring, "I'm so annoyed with all these billionaires, especially Musk." Her main argument? Musk spent billions to buy Twitter just to destroy it. But here's the irony. Milano herself is worth millions. So a millionaire lecturing billionaires on how to spend their money? That's rich. Literally. She even suggested Musk should have given that money to UNICEF to end world hunger. Yet, under Musk's ownership, Twitter has actually been thriving, with more users and activity than ever. Her argument completely fell flat. The best part? The other hosts on The View looked visibly uncomfortable, like they wanted to crawl under their chairs. The audience was confused too, as Milano stumbled through her points, trying to justify why she ditched Tesla for Volkswagen. It was a train wreck. Someone should have pulled her aside and said, "Hey, maybe don't lecture people about money when you're wealthy yourself." But no, she kept going, digging herself an even deeper hole. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Milano upped the PR disaster with a GoFundMe campaign. She started a fundraiser for her son's baseball team, aiming to raise $110,000 for their trip. Sounds innocent enough, right? Here's the kicker. Milano and her husband are worth an estimated $10 million. Yep, a multi-millionaire asking the public to chip in for something she could easily cover herself.
Alyssa Milano is responding to all the backlash over trying to raise money for her son's baseball team. It all started last week when Alyssa posted a link to a GoFundMe page to help raise $10,000 for her son's team trip. But some people were asking why Alyssa didn't fund the team herself.
She said, "I've contributed in the past, I've bought uniforms, I've set up this GoFundMe page," which every single team does. She's contributed. Why should she pick up for every single other person? I think it's very presumptuous of people just to assume because she's she's been on television or because she's famous and people assume she's got a certain lifestyle. And even if she does, like The Rock and Oprah, when it was Hawaii and the disasters and they were trying to raise money, people were furious at them saying they should pay for it themselves.
They got a lot of
Can
backlash.
people not just try and do something nice and contribute a bit and raise awareness and do whatever they can with their social media status, with a GoFundMe page? Like, why is it on them to do, why is it up to Oprah to do absolutely everything?
Milano's attempts to lecture others have turned into a masterclass in irony and internet fodder. People were outraged. And can you blame them? Here's a millionaire celebrity asking regular folks to chip in for her kid's baseball trip. Alyssa Milano, worth millions, and her husband, a top agent at a major Hollywood talent agency, are swimming in cash. Yet they can't spare a few grand for their son's team? Come on. The reactions were brutal. People called her out left and right. One user hit the nail on the head, asking, why is she asking for money from people who can barely buy groceries? Ouch. And honestly, they're not wrong. So, how does Milano handle the backlash? Apologize? Nope. Admit she messed up? Not a chance. Instead, she took the classic ignore the heat approach by turning off comments on her GoFundMe page. If you can't handle criticism, just shut it down, right? But wait, it gets better. She starts retweeting old crowdfunding campaigns, trying to justify her actions with a weak, see, everybody does this, defense. Nice try, Alyssa. Just when it seemed the situation couldn't get worse, it did. Remember her $200,000 Porsche? Yeah, she thought it'd be a great time to show that off, right after begging people for donations. And this wasn't just any Porsche. It had a custom $144,000 paint job, more than what many people make in years. The backlash was swift and furious. One tweet summed it up perfectly. You're driving a $200,000 car but can't pay for your son's trip? Seriously? Milano's actions were a slap in the face to anyone who donated, and the internet wasn't about to let her off the hook. To argue with Alyssa Milano's logic, let's not forget the Volkswagen debacle. She made a huge deal about ditching her Tesla for an eco-friendly VW, but now people are wondering if she even bought one. If you're rolling around in a car that costs more than most houses, do you really need a Volkswagen? Her whole eco-conscious, anti-Musk stance is looking more like a PR stunt by the day. And it's not just regular folks who've had enough. Word is even Hollywood is starting to distance itself. In showbiz, your image is everything, and right now, hers is in freefall. Even her former co-stars seem to be keeping their distance, not throwing shade directly, this is Hollywood after all, but suddenly they're too busy for reunions or conveniently forgetting to mention her in interviews. It's subtle, but it's brutal. So, what's next for Alyssa Milano? Can she recover, or is this the beginning of her Hollywood exit? One thing's certain, she's become the poster child for celebrity hypocrisy, sparking a larger conversation about whether stars truly believe in the causes they champion or if it's all for show. This entire debacle is a textbook case of how not to approach celebrity activism. From ditching a Tesla to flaunting a Porsche, Milano has turned herself into a masterclass in missing the point. It's like she's competing for gold in the hypocrisy Olympics. The takeaway? If you're going to take a stand, maybe do a little research first. Or better yet, stay off Twitter entirely. Because if there's one thing the internet has proven, it's that it never forgets.